Hello, welcome to my channel. Today we're looking at missing April Denise Blair. She went missing from Waycross, Georgia. This says she was 28 years old. There's some discrepancies in her age. This says date of last contact was March 6, 2004. This says she was 5'4" and 170 pounds. And says April Denise Blair was last seen March 6, 2004 after staying the night with a friend at the Bel-Air Motel in Waycross, Ware County, Georgia. Was she visiting the friend? Was she traveling? Did she live in Georgia? Where did she live? April was in the company of an unknown male. Did they have a vehicle? It is not known if foul play is involved in April's disappearance. Does anybody know what kind of vehicle they were in? Anyone who may have information on her whereabouts, please contact the Sheriff's Department. Brown hair, hazel eyes. I don't know if hazel means bluish green or brown green or whatever. And she had a scar on her abdomen. Here's a picture of her. There's an age progressed picture as well. Okay, so this says, this is the GBI page, and it says last seen March 6th. Is that the same date? Okay. Weight 170 pounds, 5'4", hazel eyes, brown hair, 35 years old. 35 years old versus 28 years old. That's a lot of difference. Last seen March 6th after staying the night with a friend. Company unknown male. Contact the Sheriff's Department. You can see the phone numbers. Pause and write them down if you want. Yeah, you can submit tips online. Okay. Alright, so then I tried to look for where's Waycross, Georgia. It's right here. There's Savannah, Georgia. There's Jacksonville, Florida. So Florida's pretty close to there. There's the Okefenokee Wildlife area. And there's also another wildlife area there. So that's pretty close to Florida. Yeah. There's a swamp. Okay, so this is a Charlie project. Usually it gives a birth date. It's not there. This says she was 5'4", 170 to 212 pounds. There's no extra details. Usually, like if there's extra details from a newspaper or anything like that on the internet, or there's nothing there. No relatives or anything gave any information that's there. So the information is the same. Alright, so then I went trying to find out what her birthday is. So I Googled it and looked up Radaris. I don't know how you pronounce it. Radaris. Forgive me about not pronouncing it correctly. So there's an April Blair that was born in November 1973. April Denise Blair, Lithonia, Georgia, that lived in Georgia, Lexington Park, Maryland, Great Mills, Maryland. So I was born November 1973, and she wouldn't have had her birthday yet, so she would have been 30. Then there's also one, an April Blair, that's an April D. Blair, that was born in April 1975, that lived in different places in Tennessee. Maybe this one was named April because she was born in April, and that would have made her 28, right? So I don't know which one it is, because it doesn't have her birthday there. So then I went looking for some Jane Does. We're going to look at some Jane Does. I have a lot of them, as you can see. I have a lot of tabs open. That's because my phone kept ringing every time I went to do the video, so it's like 5 or 6 times I went to do it. And in between, while I was talking on the phone, I went looking for missing persons, so now I have a lot of them. So we have this person, Brooklyn, Maryland, because if she did live in Maryland, if she was traveling, and if she lived in Lexington Park, Maryland, that's only like 2 hours away from where this Jane Doe was found. And even though this Jane Doe, it says, was 19 to 23, estimated age, estimated PMI was months, estimated year of death is 2005, 5'5", but the estimated weight's only 120 pounds. So, subject was found lying in a wooded area, not recognizable, near complete or complete skeleton, red and brown curly hair, approximately 8 inches in length. 8 inches. Is that 8 inches from the forehead? That wouldn't be very long, right? Then it gives the clothing, red and light colored tank top with Nike on front, red lace underwear bra, size 34B, light colored bikini style underwear, white Nike sock, white tennis shoes. You know, it's probably not going to be her, but there's one person. And then you look at the images, and this image and her image. Oh, I don't have it open, so we'll open it back up. So there's her picture and this picture and her picture and that picture. See the hair up here, the way they did it? The way they did the hair and her facial shape kind of reminded me of her. Even though it's probably not her, it reminded me of her. And her chin, you know. Sorry about that. There goes my phone again. Non-stop. Okay, so there's that Jane Doe. Okay, and the next one I have is in Orlando, Florida. Because if she was in Georgia, if they were traveling, they went to Florida maybe. So Orlando, Florida, found 2006, October 2nd, 2006. Estimated year of death was 2 years, so that put it 2004. Estimated age is 30 to 50 years old. Height is estimated to be 5'2", and she was 5'4". Bones were found in a wooded area near 2 different transient camps. All parts are covered. Brown hair, it says dark blonde to light brown in color and relatively straight. Doesn't give the length or anything. Light medium purple size sweatshirt on the body. And here's that picture compared to her picture, compared to that one, compared to her. And then we have a Jane Doe found in Fellsmere, Florida. Forgive me if I'm not pronouncing that right. Estimated death, but estimated PMI is only 1 day. They don't have a picture, though. They don't even have like a sketch. I was shocked. 5'5", 140 pounds, June 22nd, 2001. Estimated age 30 to 50 years old. Recognizable face, but there's no picture. Fine gray hair, about 4 inches in length. Light brown, mostly gray hair. Brown eyes. Eyes are stored at the medical examiner's office. A 5-inch midline lower abdominal scar on her abdomen from didn't she had a surgical scar. So oh, my phone is just not gonna stop, is it? It's a new phone. I don't know how to turn it down. I just can't even believe it. It's been going off nonstop since I've been trying to do this video. So she had a scar on her abdomen, and this person has a scar on their abdomen. Doesn't mean it's them, doesn't mean it's her, but coincidental. Blue pants, brand name Carriage Court Sport, blue plaid shirt, brand name Gloria Vanderbilt, size large with short sleeves, medium size undershirt with a floral pattern at the top, size 10, white panty, brand name Sears Best, Cross Your Heart brand, Playtex white bra, size 40D, Fellsmere, Florida. How far is that from Waycross? Ooh. Don't even know where I have the Waycross map at. Here we go. I'll put it in this one. I think that's a ways away, but it's over 4 hours. Okay. And the next one I have is Miami, Florida. Estimated age 17 to 30 years old. Estimated year of death is 2002. 5'1" to 5'6" estimated. Was found in a wooded area. Had not recovered. Unknown about their hair color. A single wavy 8 to 12-inch dark hair was entangled with the fingers. Not known if it's her hair or somebody else's. I don't know if they checked. The descendant may have appeared to be small and thin though, and then it gives the sizes of size 38 jeans. Yeah, so there's that information. And then we have this lady found in Shively, Kentucky. She has a similar look with the haircut and everything. So, and that's what I should close some of the pictures just to get some of the tabs closed. And some of the maps. That'll help me. Okay. So Shively, Kentucky, estimated year of death 1990 to 2005. That could be almost anybody, right? Estimated to be only 5'2". She was 5'4". Bones were discovered during demolition of several outbuildings by a bulldozer. Medium brown hair, only short shards found on the skull. No clothing. Okay. And yeah, I was trying to figure out her age there. And then there's this, then I went through the Doe Network. So we have this lady found October 24th, 2003 in Arizona. Estimated date of death 3 days to 2 weeks. Blunt force trauma to the head, age 55 to 65. Estimated height 5'5", 151 pounds. Gray hair with some blonde style in a short bob. And, the only way that's going to be her is if she died earlier, a few months before they thought, and if somebody might have bleached her hair, if she might have bleached her hair. Her nails were beautifully manicured, square one, a mole on the left side of her forehead, mole over her left collarbone. There's some more information if you want to read it, and the dentals and things like that. Deer hunters found the body of the victim lying face down in a wooded area off Devil Dog Road, about 1 mile south of Interstate 40 and 6 miles west of Williams, Arizona. The area is a popular entrance into the Grand Canyon National Park. The victim died from a single blow to her head and was likely killed someplace other than where her body was discovered. Autopsy reports indicate she had eaten about 1 to 3 hours prior to her murder. She had pneumonia in the right lung, and there was some evidence of heart disease. Results of an isotope test indicates the victim could have spent her formative years in Central Europe, possibly Vienna, Australia, and spent the last decade of her life in Western France, possibly near Paris. Wow. Okay, and then we have this lady found in Jacksonville, Florida, October of 2003. Estimated date of death 1 to 2 days prior. Recognizable face, possibly a hit-and-run accident. 5'6" to 5'9". That would have been taller than her. Blonde and gray hair, blue eyes. And there's the clothing and more information about the victim. Her body was discovered under the Park Street Viaduct near the Federal Reserve Bank building. Police believe she was a victim of a hit and run and died as a result of those injuries. She is believed to have been a transient in the area and was recognized at several local shelters, yet no one recalled her name. That is horrific that nobody even remembered what her name was. This is not going to be her, but wow. I mean, yeah, because it was before and I wouldn't think so. But I guess I shouldn't say wouldn't be her, but I don't think it would be. This lady was found April 14th, 2004 in Naples, Florida. Estimated date of death is 1 or more years prior, so that doesn't sound like her. Cause of death was homicide, estimated age 30 to 50 years old. The victim's partial skeleton was located on Richards Road, just east of CR 951 off Emmacully Road in the Golden Gate Estates, Naples, Florida, April 14, 2004. The right tibia and fibula and some bones of the hands and feet were missing. She was found buried in a shallow grave wrapped in a plastic green shower curtain in a field. The bones showed evidence of plant root growth and rodent gnawing. Oh, that's so horrible. The case is listed as a homicide. The deputy stopped on Richard Street to use his cell phone, got out of his car, and walked into an open field to get better reception. And as he walked back to his car, he discovered the remains. Wow, how horrific. How horrific. Might have been somebody on vacation. Then we have this lady found in Phoenix, Arizona, June 7, 2004. Estimated date of death is days prior from a drug overdose. But her height is 5'1". Doesn't say if it was measured or estimated. Brown hair, brown eyes, 25 to 35 years old. Wearing black pants, a blue shirt. Her body was located near 27th Street and Roosevelt in Phoenix, Arizona, June 7, 2004. This is just from me skimming through the Doe Network after. This lady was found in New Jersey, February 9, 2005. Estimated date of death, November 1st, 2004. Drowning. Estimated height, 5'3" to 5'5", and weight, 145 to 165. Hair is brown. Eyes are brown or hazel. Pierced ears, medium to stocky built. She had very short nails and pink toenail polish. No tattoos. And she had some fillings. It was determined that she had drowned because there were no obvious signs of trauma, no bullet holes or stab wounds. Investigators do not believe that her death was a homicide, although the woman was found in Hoboken. Forgive me, I don't know how to pronounce that. She could have entered the river at any point. Oh, yeah. So, and then we have in Detroit, Michigan, 2005, July 13th, 2005. Estimated date of death 30 days prior. Estimated height to be around 5'3". Estimated weight to be 35 to estimated age to be 35 to 60 years old, with estimated height to be 5'3". Hair reddish brown or light brown and graying, 1 to 3 inches long. Hair may have broken off due to state of decomposition. Nails were well cared for. Does that mean her hair could have been longer? She appeared to be slender in build. Poor oral hygiene, many teeth missing. She was located in a vacant house located at 4333 Wabash in Detroit, Michigan, July 13, 2005. The house is located just south of Grand River between Mack and Warren. The body was nude and appeared to have been dragged into the abandoned house. It is believed she may have been homeless or transient. But they don't know because somebody dragged her in there. Dragged her in there and nobody found her for 30 days. Wow, that's so sad. Okay, then we have this lady. I've looked at this one already. Jefferson County, because this one, every time I see this one, I think, oh, it looks like that person, right? different people. I'll see different people and think, oh, they look like that person. Okay, estimated date of death 1990 to 2005. So it could be almost anybody. Estimated height is 5'2". She was supposed to be 5'4". Estimated age 20 to 40 years old. 3 small hairs found near the body lead officials to believe she had straight brown hair. A distinctive narrow nose. Maybe not. Okay. Probably not. And the victim was located at a construction company as a construction company was clearing a lot in the 3600 block of 7th Street Road in Shively, Kentucky, July 22nd, 2005. The lot once had an old ice cream supply house and then a junkyard that has since been cleared. Detectives said a year of research and tips from the scene led to the conclusion that her death was a homicide. Her body was purposely laid in a way to be hidden, and her hands and body position indicate foul play. That is so sad. I hope they find out who she was so her family can have closure and who did it. And then we have this lady all the way in Texas. Died July 11, 2004, same day. About 5'4" and 162 pounds, which is the same height and weight. But her hair, she doesn't look the same at all. Anyway, 44 to 64 years old, which would have been older. And this woman had lived in all kinds of different states and used all kinds of different names and had a record. And used different birth dates and things. But her birth dates were like 1959 and stuff. And this lady was probably born in the mid-1970s, so that's not going to be her. But I saw her and decided to include her. So here we have April Denise Blair. And this has been since 2004, so it's been 20 years since she went missing from Waycross, Georgia. And so if you have any information at all, please contact authorities and give them that information. It's been years, and you don't know what information they have. You don't know where the case file was stored. I don't know if it was stored on paper or a floppy disk drive in 2004, or if there was any floods or tornadoes or plumbing or any incidents or fires where the case might have been stored. So if you have any information, even if you gave them that information years ago, please contact them and give them any information that you have to help her case get solved. And if you know anything about any of those Jane Does, there's a lot of them in there, please contact authorities and give them any information that you have. If you're going to testify in court, then yeah, they say it's hearsay. But if you're giving somebody information to help them solve a case and you feel like it's hearsay, it's not like you're going to testify in court. Just give them the information that you have. Let them decide what's relevant and what's important. I don't know if I'd give it to them over the phone and have somebody writing it down, because they're just going to write down a little bit of it probably if you're giving them a lot of information. I might write it out and mail it to them or email it to them or something like that if you have information. And if I was going to email it to them, I might CC several different people like the police department, the sheriff's office, and things like that. Because sometimes you go to email them and one email doesn't work. So I don't know. But just make sure you give them any information that you have, whether it's calling them, emailing them, filling out some form online that's, just whatever information you have. Let them decide what's important and what's relevant. And don't forget to pray for her family and her loved ones. And please feel free to leave comments and have a blessed day. Bye-bye.